truck seat. Tired of it, ready to get out this truck. I done been about 500 million miles this morning and still got some more to go. But we headed out to the hunting land right now. For some reason, my camera's quit working and I ain't had time to get out here to see what was going on. Now, having said that, they were planting baby pine trees out here. So they parked right in front of both of them a few days. That was the last pictures I had. I'm really thinking that they might have got tired of giving me their pictures and they might have flipped my cameras off, which is fine. I have no problem with that because, hey, it's their land. They can do whatever they want to with it. If they wanted to cut the cameras off, I'm okay with it. As long as my cameras are still there. And I'm pretty sure they are. But yeah, we're going to go out here and check on them and see. But now I got a lot of work coming up this week, or a lot of stuff I'm doing to help people. I shouldn't say work because it ain't a job. But I guess it kind of is, but it ain't, if that makes sense. I'm going back up to the campgrounds up in High Point. Camp's coming, y'all. Be looking out. I'll try to attach the flyer for this year's camp to the end of this video. So if you got a kid that wants to come to camp, please get them registered. Do not have to be a member of our church. Anybody in the world is welcome to come to our camp. We have camps for every age. They're a week long for the most part. The little kids is 4 days, but the rest of them's a week long. And we have all kinds of stuff, man. It changed a kid's life. It's amazing. We have a lot of fun stuff as well as time with Jesus. So yeah, get your kids registered. Let them come out and be with us this summer. Me and my wife are the directors for high school age camps, and we also are deans for the hot shot age, which would be the 8 to 11 year olds. So yeah, personally, I'm there for every camp. My wife, she's there for 2 of them. So definitely get your kids registered, get them out there, and let them have a good time this summer. But anyhow, talking about camp, I'm actually going up tomorrow, and I'm taking a friend of mine's tractor with me, and we are going to do some groundwork. We have a big hill that's probably, I don't know, 400 or 500 feet long, just a big slope down to our pond. We have a pond. And we're going to go on the side of this hill and kind of cut us a V with a flat bottom in it. And we're looking for like some billboard tarp. Anybody out there knows where I can find some billboard tarp? Because what we're doing is we're building a slide. We're building a water slide for the kids. We're going to take a pump and pump water from the pond up to the slide and let it trickle down and put soap on it, whatever, and let the kids slide down it. And just let everybody have a good time. Kids, adults, whoever wants to do it. It's gonna be pretty nice when we get done with it. But anybody out there has got any ties to any billboard companies, I could really use a bunch. Like, we want to make this slide between probably around 350 foot long or longer. So if anybody knows where I could get the hook up on some billboard tarp or something thick like that would work, maybe somebody out there knows something about it that's done it before, I don't know. Reach out to me, send me a message. I'm looking for some material to roll out once we do the groundwork. We're going to cut the ditch. We're going to get it seeded, get nice grass growing on it where there's no roots, sticks, rocks, or nothing like that. We're going to rake everything out, have it nice and smooth and soft, but we need something to put down that'll be slick. Something we can roll up at the end of the year and put up and have the grass growing throughout the season while we're not using it. But if you got any ideas, let me know. But let your kids know, hey, they're building a big old slide over there. Y'all might want to go try that out this year. It's going to be epic. So, yeah, that's one addition we've done. We're making many changes around the campground. So if you've been before, it's going to be a lot different this year. We're getting new beds in the cabins. That's a big deal. So, yeah, come on out and be with us. We are coming down the road now, back to what we're up to at the moment. We're fixing to pull into the hunting land and check on these cameras and see what's going on with them, and open up some gates and make sure everything's okay in here. I ain't been over here in the last couple of weeks. I need to just check on things, make sure anybody dumped no trash. I done had to get the trash man out here a couple times this year. I'm sorry, but you dump trash, I'm getting you a ticket. That's just how life goes. There's a dump within a mile and a half of here, and people bring trash down here and dump it, and then look at me like I done something wrong when the man comes and gives them a ticket for dumping. Hey, play stupid games, you get get stupid prizes. That's all I got to say about that. So everything looks pretty clean right now, thank the Lord. That's one thing I can't stand, is somebody dumping trash on somebody else's property. There's no sense in it. There's enough dumps in every county, every state now, that you shouldn't have to do that. And it would make sense, or I ain't gonna say it makes sense, it would make a little more sense if it was something like tires or shingles that they charge you to dump people. This is household trash. That's how I found them. I dug through it, found their name on a receipt or a piece of mail or something, because they were too dumb to realize that I was gonna do that, I guess. But anywho, so let me get this gate up, and I'll pick you back up when we get over here to the cameras. Alright guys, we are driving in down here. Looks like they done planting. Let's see if we see any animal tracks. What we got here? I got something. Turkey tracks. Hot dog, look at there, y'all. Can y'all see that? Turkeys. Boy, that's getting me fired up. I'm so ready for turkey season. Y'all, if they'd let me hunt turkeys all year round or all winter, I wouldn't think about a stupid deer. I love chasing them crazy birds. That is my poison. I cannot wait to turkey season. My wife come in there the other day with some foolishness talking about we was gonna make some plans in April. Her and my daughter, they were in there talking, and I'm talking about multiple day plans. They talking about we going out of town in April for like a weekend. I said, no, we ain't. Y'all, we ain't. I said, baby, I love you, but it's turkey season, and this old boy's turkey hunting. I don't know what y'all plan on. Y'all go do whatever. But Tony gonna be in a turkey woods somewhere. That's a fact. I get 4 weeks out of the year to hunt them stupid birds, and I'm not missing it. Now, if it was life or death, then we got to talk about it. But it ain't life or death. Ain't nobody dying. Ain't nobody going nowhere. So yeah, we gonna turkey hunt. All right, we hit the first camera. Turn y'all so y'all can see what we got going on here. I got it on this intersection because I'm watching for predators, because they like to roam through here. Back in trapping season, I had a trap set there and I had a trap set on the other side of the truck, and I caught several right here. But I got it right here so I can kind of see what's in and out. Plus, trespassers too. They don't pay attention to that. They come right down this road if they sneak in here, and I get them on camera. So, yep. Let's see what we got going on here. Camera is still here. Camera's on. We just, oh, it's the SD card. We got to redo it. Okay. So it ain't no big thing. I just got to reset the SD card. I'm gonna have to get off here because I got to use my phone to do that. But I got to clear it off and get it reset up. But I'm gonna do that, and I'll pick y'all back up in a few minutes, and we'll ride around. Look, that's it. We can see while we're out here. Hey, we here. We might as well ride around and check it out, I guess. But be back with y'all in a minute. All right, guys, we are out here at the other camera. Let's see what's going on here. I would say, if I had to guess, it's the same exact thing. I hadn't redone my, yep, that's exactly what it is. I hadn't redone my cards in a while, so let's see if I can just format it from here. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see if that works. We'll give it a minute. While it's a thinking, walk y'all around and let y'all see. This is some beautiful country out here, y'all. We'll take a walk. See what we can find. Never know, might see some tracks. I even see a critter. But I like to check these little pinch points like this for tracks, because it's points where all the animals come together to come through a place at, and that way it tells you what's in the area, what's through here. There's one of my little baby pine trees they planted the other day. It's nice. Glad to see them here. That's the next generation of timber coming off this place, but that also ensures that it's going to be here a while, and they're not going to develop it or nothing crazy like that. So at least I know for the next foreseeable future, we're going to have woods here. I'm not seeing no fresh tracks through here, y'all. Nothing at all since it rained, which I know it rained yesterday, but still, I'm surprised nothing moved through here today. But this is one beautiful cover. I wished I owned this land, y'all, because if I owned this land, y'all see that big hill right there with that big tree? Yeah, that would be my house. house right there. This here would be my driveway coming in, and I'd have that big, there's a big rolling hill that drops off, would be a pasture back there, and I'd have my horses in it, and my Beagle dogs would be down there somewhere. My shop would be over here. Yeah, I'd make it nice. That'd be a dream come true, y'all, but trying to live a Ferrari lifestyle on a baked bean budget. I know y'all know what I'm talking about on that. I know some of y'all out there feel the same way sometimes. All these big hopes and dreams and, you know, aspirations of life on a little bit of nothing for salary, or you know, I'm disabled. I don't draw much, y'all. Believe me, it's not what it's cracked up to be. I've had people come up to me and tell me, boy, you sure are lucky. You don't have to work, and you disabled, and you can do what you want. Y'all, I'll go back to work today if they'd let me. I begged the doctors. The doctors won't sign off on it. The doctors won't do it. My foot it just gives me too much trouble. I would love to go back to work, but nobody. When I first got hurt and come out, for those of y'all that don't know, I got shot. I had a concealed carry pistol. Be careful with them concealed carry pistols. I had a Ruger LCP 380 in my back pocket, and I was going to work one morning, and I had one hand on my door and one hand on the steering wheel of my truck, and when I stepped, it was in my back left pocket. When I stepped to get in my truck, that thing went off, y'all. Can't explain it. That thing's got about 1.5 inches of trigger pull and about 10 to 12 pounds of trigger pull. I don't know how that thing went off. I've been through gunsmith classes. I know how to work on guns. I took it apart. There was nothing I could find wrong with it. I've taught other gunsmiths. Nobody understands it. Now, my mistake, I didn't have it in a holster. I just had the gun in my pocket. Second mistake is I had it chambered. No longer will I ever chamber a gun and put it in my pocket anymore. If that split second to engage that thing won't save my life, then it was my time to go see Jesus, and that's just how it is. It ain't worth all the pain that I've went through. I'm telling y'all what's the truth. That's the worst situation I've been through as far as pain in my life. That bullet hurt. It hurt for years. It still hurts. I know I don't show it. I hide it a lot, but that foot burns constantly because it tore up a bunch of nerves in there. I've got rods in my toes. My toes won't stretch back out. My toes kept folding under my foot because of the nerves. They had to cut all the tendons on my toes and put rods in my middle toes, and my toes just stick out like that. They don't bend. You can't grab them and bend them. They're just there. Yeah, that sucks. And then the nerve all the way down my leg got messed up real bad, and it's too far to span for them to fix. So it's pretty jacked up. But God is good. God took a situation that the devil tried to destroy me and tried to make bad, and he made it good, y'all. Look at the stuff I've been able to help others do, and look at the stuff I've been able to do through camp and helping with camp, and being there working camp and helping these kids and mentoring their lives and get to teach and things of that nature. Who knows, if I was still working, I might not even be involved in the church. I might not even be serving God right now. Just being real with you, when I was working, I wasn't where I needed to be with Christ. I wouldn't. I ain't gonna lie about it. But the devil tried to destroy me through that, y'all. He took me, when that happened, man, I went into a deep, deep, dark place. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. When I was 15, you know, my best friend got killed in a hunting accident standing right beside me. So when that happened, you know, all them memories come back, and then I'm laying there going, well, why am I still alive? And he had to die. Y'all, we don't understand things. Bad things happen in this life that we don't understand. It's just part of this sinful world. When we're born into this world, the devil has a certain right to enact and do things that's out of our hands, out of our control. And bad things happen because of this life. The Bible tells us it rains on the just and the unjust. Nobody is subject to have a perfect life. Jesus told us, in this world we will have troubles. The troubles will come. No doubt it'll come. He also told us, this worldly system, the world people hated him. Why do we expect not to be hated? Why do we expect not to have troubles? But he did tell us too, in the second part of that verse, take heart, because he's overcome the world. That's the important part of that verse. Yes, we have troubles, but in him we find peace. I find peace in knowing that no matter how bad it gets on this earth, when my eyes shut for the final time on this life, the real life begins, eternity. This life is going to seem like a mist in the wind compared to the next one. And oh Lord, when I get into that eternity life, when I open my eyes and I see Jesus standing there, y'all, that's going to be the biggest reward. There is nothing in this world that could compare to me being able to see the face of the man who came and died and paid my price for my sins. There's nothing that can compare to me getting to see Jesus' face. All I want to do is see his face, bow down at his feet, tell him how grateful I am, how much I love him. That's why I do what I do. I do the things I do to help others because that's what we're supposed to do. He came in this world as a servant. He didn't come to condemn the world. He didn't come to tell people they were evil or anything like that. He came into the world to save the world. He came in the world to show love and show grace and show mercy. He came in the world to die to pay the price for the sins that we commit every day. We're born into a sin nature. There's nothing we can do about it. When we're born, there's a sin nature attached to us. There's a price for sin, and that price is death. Something has to die. When Jesus died in that place for our sins because he loves you that much. And I hope you can see that today, friend. I hope everybody can see him and see that and feel him like I've felt him. Being out here among all this, that's why I love the woods so much. This just screams God's glory. Y'all tell me people say there's no God, and explain all this to me. How it works hand in hand. Spring, summer, winter, fall, the green, the growing, the trees, the dirt, the wind, the birds, the bugs, how it all works. Y'all, this didn't just happen by chance. These are all signs of a creator's hand. They're all art at the tip of his paintbrush. And he gave us the chance to enjoy this while we're here. And I take him up every time I can. I get out here and I enjoy these woods, and I walk through these woods and I talk to him and I walk with him and I feel him and I hear him. I learn from him. Get out, enjoy life. That's what he gave it to us for. He loved us enough to bless us with all this. But y'all, that's enough of my rant for today. Ain't really a rant. I hope it touched somebody. I really truly do. But I'm going to check these cameras. We're going to get back to the house. I think we might run some Beagles tonight before we leave. So we might be right back over here in a little while. I don't know just yet. I talked to a buddy of mine, and he said he might want to run a little bit tonight. So, and when I say run, I don't mean I run. Because I can't, look, if I'm running, you better turn around and run too, because there's something really, really bad coming behind me. Because I usually carry a little protection on me, so if I'm running, it's terribly bad. When I say I'm going to run my dogs, I mean I'm going to let my dogs out. They're going to jump a rabbit and run the rabbit, and I'm going to sit on the tailgate and listen. That's what I mean by I'm going to run my dogs. It don't mean I'm out here jogging up and down the road running dogs, exercising them. So just wanted to clarify that for anybody that might be a little misunderstood about the country boy lifestyle. So I'm going to get off here, and if we run some dogs tonight, I might get some bits and pieces of it. If not, I'm probably going to post this video tonight, maybe in the morning sometimes, unless I carry y'all up to the campgrounds, or we may make a two-part video. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Y'all going to have to wait and see, but either way, I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all's support. I love you guys. I'm praying for you guys. If you would, do me a big, huge favor, share this video with your friends, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Do you hunt? How many hunters I got out there? Just tell me. Comment down below. You know, I'm a hunter. My favorite hunting's deer hunting. My favorite hunting's turkey hunting. I'm a fisherman, or I'm a gamer. Just tell me your favorite hobby right now in the comments. Just comment something for me. Let me know you're there. I need to see y'all's support for a change. I need to see y'all's activity on here. Tell me what your favorite hobby in life is. There's all kind of stuff. Heck, y'all might tell me something that I want to try sometime. Give me some ideas. So, till the next time, guys, y'all stay safe. Talk to Jesus. Get right, because he's coming. He loves you. I love you. God bless. What is up, guys? How are y'all doing on this wonderful, beautiful day? It is 85 degrees here where I'm at in Hamlet, North Carolina. Yeah, spring is upon us, I guess. With the quickness, it went from like, I don't know, 40 something, 50 something to 80 something like overnight. I ain't hating it. I'm enjoying it because I get to ride my motorcycle, which I'm fixing to go do here in just a few minutes. But I want to show y'all a project I got going on. So a couple weeks ago, about I don't know, a week, 2 weeks ago, something like that, I went and bought a trailer. Well, it's a project trailer, and I knew that when I bought it. I knew it had some issues. Didn't know the extent of them. I knew it needed boards. The decking was bad on it. That was pretty much that, and tires and a set of fenders. I said, okay, I can handle that. Well, I got it home. It had a set of rails on it. I cut the rails off of it. Got to doing some investigation, y'all. And the camera flip around. There we are. And this is her. Well, it's a whole lot worse than what I thought. Jeez, y'all. I got a lot of work to do to make this one work. The frame right there, where you see I've grinded, is actually broke. And if you put weight back here, you can actually see it do this number. And you can see if I jacked it back up, it'll do that number, and you can see a gap open up. So yeah, I gotta fix that. I want this thing solid enough to be able to haul a vehicle on. Now, having said that, I know the basics, how to weld and do metalwork and stuff. But what's y'all's thoughts? Can I make it good enough to haul a truck on? I'm gonna have to. There's several of these, like that one right there is no good. It's rusted out. There's supposed to be one in the middle right here that's gone already. I've done cut it out. Of course, you can see that one's bowed. It's also busted. It's got to go. And that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them's got to be replaced in the middle. This one back here is fine. The back is fine. The front one, it's got one bad spot right on the edge, but I think I can just cut that out, put a piece of angle in it. I think that'll be fine. The front's solid. The subframe is solid. All that's solid. There's the side frames. None of that's rusted out. It's just that one place where he put too much of a load on this thing is what it was. He used to use it to haul dirt. And I'm guessing probably rock or dirt was dumped back towards the back here at one time too much. Done that. I don't know. That'd be my guess. The dirt sitting on it is what rotted the boards. The boards, y'all, I just grabbed them, broke them, pulled them out with my hands. It wasn't nothing to get them out. They were completely rotted away. So that moisture and the dirt and stuff sitting them absolutely caused the board rot and the rust in the frame. So that's gonna be our project. I've got a friend of mine who is a professional welder, and he said he would help me. I can weld. I know how to weld, so you know it doesn't scare me per se, but I've got to make sure that I get it strong enough that I can put a vehicle on. Now, I'm not trying to haul a bulldozer or nothing like that, but I do haul tractors, and the tractors I haul have front buckets and bush hogs and things of that nature, so there is some weight there. The most common thing that I will haul will be my side-by-side. And I'm not necessarily worried about that weight. What I'm worried about is if I throw, you know, we've got my stepdad's got a 4-wheel drive John Deere tractor with a front bucket. So if I throw that on there, it's got to be able to support the weight, is what I'm saying. Or if I need to go pick up a Mustang or a little F-100 or, you know, something to that nature. If I build me a little hot rod and want to go down the road with it, I can put it on there and go. So y'all leave it down in the comments. Got some options here. I don't really have a whole lot of options because I don't have a whole lot of money, but do we fix it? Is it fixable in your opinion? What do y'all recommend for fixing it? What do y'all recommend I do to make it like I'm talking about? I don't want to put rails back on it because I want it where if I put a car or truck back on it, I can open the door. And I understand that the rails is part of the rigidity of the trailer. They are structural, but I would rather make the frame strong enough. I don't want to put the rails back on it because, like I said, I want to be able to open the door of a trailer or a car or whatever to get it off. So give me some ideas. What do I need to do to make it stronger? You people out there that's built trailers, that's professional welders and stuff. Also, give me some ideas. Where can I find metal cheaper? I don't want to have to buy new metal. Metal is expensive. Anybody out there got some laying around, this thick-walled square tubing or something of that nature, or 2 or 3 inch angle, give me a shout. I come get it out of your way if you want rid of it. But yeah, I'm gonna carry y'all along as we do this project. Now later this evening we're gonna go run some beagles. Got some puppies we're working with. We're just taking puppies. Either this evening or in the morning, maybe in the morning, I'm not sure yet. But not sure how it's gonna go, not sure if they're gonna run good, not sure if they're gonna run like trash, not sure if they're gonna run at all. One of them is gonna be his very first time in the wild outside of a starting pen. He does decent in the starting pen, so we'll see what he does in the wild. But hopefully good little Willem will run some rabbits and stuff, and we'll hang out for a little bit. But y'all come along with us as we go. It's going to be in this video, so you'll get to see here in just a second that trip. But for me, in reality, it's looking like it may be in the morning, because this beautiful weather, y'all. I'm probably going to ride my motorcycle for a while tonight. I've already got her out. Out here working these puppies this morning, trying to get them started on some rabbits in the wild. They struggling a little bit. The conditions are terrible. They run it, and that's the important part. They went in there and they worked it out and jumped their own rabbit, and they trying to piece him together and run him now. Doing a little better than I was expecting, honestly. They ran one earlier this morning. They killed that rabbit for a while. I mean, they absolutely killed it. This one here, I think, got up way ahead of them, and they just now putting him together, getting closer to him. But right proud of them. There's 3 of them. I got one that still ain't started. He's kind of going back and forth, in and out, which is what a puppy does for the most part right before they start, hoping that he'll take off and go. But the other 3, yeah, they doing well. One of them, this is his very first time in the wild. That'd be my Blaze dog, and he's doing really good. He's actually helped put the rabbit together a few times when they drop it just for a second. But that first rabbit they run this morning, they won't many drops. They run that joker pretty good. Yeah, we right proud of them 3 for today. Let y'all listen. They still struggling a little bit with him, but they get it. For 3 puppies, you can't complain. I'm rather happy with the results this morning, but that's what we do. This is the life, y'all. This is how we live. We get out here and put these dogs in the woods so they figure it out and get it going good. And I love it. Love spending time out here in the woods, just walking around with my dogs, listening to them run and training, and nothing makes me feel better than having a young pup starts, takes off for the first time, much like my Blaze pup. That gets me excited, y'all. It makes my day. But just wanted to show y'all what was going on this morning out here in the woods. But I'll check back in with y'all in a little bit. Maybe we'll get a video of a rabbit or 2 today. If not, we'll figure something else out. But if they're gonna run him across the road, I'll try to get some videos in a little bit. But y'all hang tight and we'll see what happens. Guys, they are struggling, but they are not giving up. For 3 just started puppies and 1 that's kind of going in and out, I guess I can't complain too much. They've circled this rabbit twice. It's not been pretty, but they've done it. And they ain't giving up. They ain't coming out, so that's a big plus. Like I said before, one of them, he's not running. He's just kind of back and forth, in and out. The other 3, one of them, this was his first time in the wild outside of a rabbit pen. So I'm very pleased with him. And the other 2, they've been out a couple of times, but they're still young and inexperienced. But man, when I tell you they hunt, them dogs hunt. I'm really liking these three of these four. The one that keeps going in and out, I'm kind of on the fence with him. I'm gonna give him a little more time, make sure. But I wanted to show y'all some stuff. So when you're looking for a place to rabbit hunt, walk around in the woods a little bit. You need to see stuff like this. That's where rabbits has been gnawing the bottoms of trees. You can see pretty much everywhere where they've just been chewing. And they'll find these little saplings like this, and they'll eat the bark off of them, about like a beaver. But they love that stuff. And let's see, there's another one right there. They've been tearing it up in here. But I was going to try to find some other things to show you. Look for paths and stuff, but this is the kind of habitat a rabbit lives in. They like real thick briars and bushes. You ain't gonna find them in the big woods where the oaks and all that stuff is. They gotta have briars and they gotta have thick underbrush to survive. You can see where they've been eating in there. But they can't survive in like big woods where you would deer hunt, like oaks and you know, big clear woods and things of that nature, or little blackjack patches. The predators pick them off one at a time in there. You see this thick stuff here. That's what it takes. And if you got thickets like this on your land, but you don't have rabbits, you most likely have a predator problem, like coyotes or bobcats, foxes, things of that nature. And you need to get up with someone to trap your land. Oh Lord, I'm trying to get through these briars. I ain't got my briar bibs on, y'all, and these briars are rough. Ooh, ooey, legs. Whew, that was rough. But you can also, if you find sandy spots and stuff like that on your land, look for tracks. I was looking out here on this little clay place to see if I could show you some tracks. It rained last night, so I'm probably not gonna be able to show you none. But this stuff right here, y'all, wanted to show you. This dead stuff. This is called cerisa. And the rabbits, they absolutely love it. I was trying to find a good patch where they've been eating so I could show you. This is mainly briars here. But let's walk down this way just a bit. We'll see what we can't find. But this is the kind of habitat you have to have for rabbits. Now, this land here that I'm on is my personal hunting running grounds. I lease it and I manage it, and I trap it every year. We keep the coats and stuff off of it so that the rabbits and the turkeys and the quail and stuff can thrive. And yes, even though where we live they're very few and far between, we actually have quail because we keep the predators off. If we didn't keep the predators at bay, then we wouldn't have them. Same thing with rabbits. The way you tell if you've got a predator problem, if you go in a place and it looks like this right here and you don't see no signs of rabbits nowhere, then you have a predator problem, because a rabbit is they breed so much that if there's cover there, there's going to be rabbits there. If there's food there, there's going to be rabbits there. And a rabbit eat about anything. Now, I've showed you the bark that they eat. That's just a certain time of year. Same thing with this cerisa stuff. And I'm seeing cuts here and there. I'm trying to find a big patch of it where I can show you real good what it looks like. But yeah, if you don't see signs and cuts and stuff, then there's not rabbits there. Let me find a good one. I'll show you. When I say cut, what I mean, a rabbit, when he eats, he cuts the food on a perfect 45-degree angle. Lord, if I wasn't trying to show y'all, I could find 5,000 of them. Me and Daddy was just talking a while ago about how many cuts we've seen over here. Now I'm trying to show it, and I done got away from where we seen them. There's some old ones, but I wanted to find some fresh ones. Let me walk down in here just a little piece. There's some right there. Alright. I'll show you right here on these green briars. You see how this green briar here, how it's cut on a perfect 45-degree angle? That's a rabbit done that. Now if you see it and it's broke and it's got a tag hanging off like that, like it's ugly like that, even if it's a perfect kind of a 45 with a little tag, If it's a small piece like this, it's a rat. If it's a big piece, it's a deer. But if it's a rabbit, it will be a clean, perfect 45-degree angle like that every time without fail. And that's the stuff you look for to tell if you got a heavy crop of rabbits. And you can see they've been eating pretty much everywhere in here. But this stuff right here, this is called cerisa. Don't ask me how to spell it. I ain't telling y'all no lie, I don't know. But they love it and they tear it up. But it grows as like green leafy stuff during the spring, summer and late summer, early in the fall. And then once it dies, this is what it looks like. But they love this stuff. And usually when you find that, if you don't see no cuts in it, then you ain't gonna find many rabbits. If you walk through a place like this that's open, it's got thickets on both sides, and you got them little young saplings and you don't see nothing's been gnawing at the bottom of the trees, then you probably don't have rabbits. But for an example, what I was talking about where rabbits can't survive, you see how open it is in here. A rabbit in here has 0 chance of survival. So we've got, this is just it probably ain't 20 yards wide that runs in between these thickets. So the rabbits can bounce from side to side and they can come in here and eat. And they can be relatively safe. But if this is what your woods look like from start to finish and you've got hundreds of acres of just this is not habitat for a rabbit. There's no cover for them to hide under. There's nothing for them really to eat in here other than the bark on the saplings. And there's nothing to protect them. At night, an owl in here will clean house. I think I seen somewhere one time where an owl can eat 3 to 5 rabbits a night, depending on his size. So you think if you've got 100 acres of open woods like this, and there's 20 rabbits on it, well, if there's 5 owls, you do the math. Even if there's 1 owl, you do the math over a week. And dogs is running it now. But this is not typical rabbit habitat. If you invite me to somewhere to hunt, there's some more of them gnawings I was talking about. But like I can't stress to y'all, 20 yards that way, it's a cut over of thick briars that you can't hardly walk through for several hundred acres. And then the same thing on this side. So this is just one little strip right up in the middle. That's why you're seeing this in here. Them rabbits don't live here. They don't stay here. They're coming in here and eating and getting out, either late at night or early in the mornings. But if you was to invite me to come hunting and we pull up and I get out of my truck and this is what your land looks like as an entirety, I'm gonna say, yeah, let's go find somewhere else because there ain't no rabbits here. I don't even have to walk in it and look. I know, because I've been doing this since I was about probably since I was about 5 years old. So that's 40 years I've been rabbit hunting. Yeah, I've seen enough to know where they're at, where they're not. I can pretty much tell you, but wanted to show y'all that just so y'all could see what I was out here doing this morning. This is stuff I love getting out here in nature, letting my dogs run, just walking around and looking, investigating things, seeing what's on my land, what's going on, doing checks on it, you know, making sure the predators ain't here just taking over and killing everything. Because I love my turkeys and I love my rabbits and I love to see my quail. I don't hunt quail, but I love to see them. I love to see my deer. And deer hunters out there, whether y'all want to admit it or not, coyotes will take down a 10-point buck with ease. And a bobcat, believe it or not, a bobcat will take on and take down and kill a full-size deer. I've got videos that I've seen online several different times of bobcats taking out does, one right after the other. So they will definitely take out your baby deer during birthing season. And something else about coyotes, the coyotes can smell when the doe is about to deliver the baby. So they'll come close and lay in wait. And when that baby comes out of that doe, they'll run right in there before the umbilical cord ever breaks. They'll go in there and grab that baby and run off with it and eat it. So if you've got coyotes, you might have a few deer, but you ain't gonna have them long. I can't stress enough, every hunter out there, you need to invest in a coyote call or traps or something. These coyotes are a serious problem, especially in North Carolina. I can't attest for other states because I don't hunt other states, But in North Carolina, coyotes are a serious problem. They're getting people's pets. They're ganging up on people. I coon hunted myself. I've had coyotes to surround me at night in the woods, and have to kind of come out of there real nervous. I've had some very close calls several times in the woods by myself. I've been on the way to the stand early in the mornings and coming out at night in the evenings and have them get around me. Now, granted, I've got a gun and I'm not that worried about it, but it's still a spooky feeling. And it's very spooky first thing in the mornings when it's pitch black dark and you can't see. So if you're a hunter of any game out there, I don't care what it is, coyotes eat everything from ducks to deer. They do not discriminate. They are an alligator of the land. They'll eat anything they smell, see, or hear. So if you're a hunter and you're a conservationist like I am, and you want to protect the future of the game and things, and make sure we have animals to hunt in the future, you need to invest in stuff to hunt these coyotes. At the very least, you need to find a reputable trapper to come trap your property for you. Now, if you live in Richmond County, Scotland County, Anson County, hit me up. When trapping season comes in, I'll get you on the list if I can. I've got other customers that I've got to deal with first, but I shouldn't say customers because they don't pay me nothing. I just trap for them, but because I want to help everybody I can get rid of these things. But I have other people that I trap for too, but I'll put you on the list. But yeah, I just want to take a minute and show y'all that today. Out here just enjoying the woods and enjoying God's grace. Look, we had an awesome service last night at church. I should have been there. Hamlet Church got a prophecy. 615 Sherrall Road, Hamlet, North Carolina. Anytime you want to come and visit, feel free. We had an amazing service last night. Got to spend some time with the good Lord. Really got to worship. Got to see a lot of things. We had revival this week, and it was much needed. It was very good. We are going to another revival tomorrow night in Sanford. At the Sanford Church got a prophecy. They're starting a revival next week, so we're going up there to be with them tomorrow night. But just give the Lord thanks, man, because He blessed you with this life. And I know life ain't perfect. Life sucks sometimes. It ain't God doing it, friend. The pain we go through, God don't cause it. It's just part of this life. We're born into a sinful world. The devil controls this world. The Bible tells us that. The Bible tells us Jesus Himself called Satan the God of this world, the ruler of this world. So don't be surprised when we have to fight bad things, because Jesus told us. He told us the world hated Him, so they're going to hate us too. And He never told us that we'd be without trouble in life. In fact, He told us that there would be trials and there would be troubles, but He'll help us through them. I used the analogy, and my son reminded me of it last night. Him and my daughter made a post on Facebook that reminded me. I used to say, when it rains, there's trouble. And God never promised that it wouldn't rain on us. He promised that He would be the umbrella, and He would help us through the rain and help protect us and keep us from getting wet. But He never told us we wouldn't have to walk through the mud that the rain made. So when we have problems in life, He'll be there. He'll help us. But He never told us we wouldn't have to trounge around through the troubles that life causes. Sometimes we have to figure things out a little bit for ourselves. He gave us free will. And we have to make choices that affect our living situation. He's not going to force His hand on us, but He'll be there to help us if we'll let Him. So remember that today. No matter how bad it is, find the positive in something. Get outside. Look at all this beauty. The flowers are starting to bloom. Spring's coming. The birds are chirping. Get outside and find something pretty in life to enjoy. Get a hobby, something that makes you feel good. Get out of the house and do it. Don't just sit around depressed all the time, looking at your situation around you and thinking of how bad it is. Find the good in something that you can enjoy. And then thank God for it, because He provided it. No matter what it is. He didn't have to give us this life to have these problems to deal with. But He did. He was gracious enough to bless me with this life, no matter how hard it gets. And I thank Him for that. So, just my thoughts for today as I'm out here walking around in the woods. Love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate everyone that views. Appreciate everyone that watches my videos. We got more content coming soon. I'm going to try to do a lot of this type stuff over this summer, training dogs, running dogs. We've got some projects in the shop, different things. We got a lot coming up we're going to try to video and do. So y'all stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment and tell me if you're a hunter, did you trap? Do you have a coyote problem? Tell me what kind of hunting you do. You deer hunt, you rabbit hunt, or whatever. Leave me a comment. Do it right now. You know, just drop down in the comments and tell me I'm a deer hunter and I'm from such and such county, such and such state. But love you guys. Appreciate y'all. And God bless.